Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Barbary doesn't believe. 43-27 Tusculum. With 2:05 to the half. Coming up at halftime, we'll chat with Pioneer men's coach Nick Pasqua. Ball knocked away from Kerprick right to Baggett. Tusculum just everywhere right now. On the drive is Easter, and she's going to be blocked, but a whistle and a foul on the weak side official. That's good look. That's good vision. That's through bodies from the backside to see the contact is really good vision by that official. Easter at the free throw line makes the first. 81% on the year from the stripe. Made them both. Anderson 4 for 4 at the stripe. 43-29 Tusculum. They've led by 21. Johnson left side to Cupidon. Johnson into the corner to Arnwine. Back out the top, good ball movement. Extra pass into the corner is Williams to Cupidon. In the lane, the runner, no good. Rebounded by Hare. Baggett with it, pass into the front court to Easter, feeling it for threes. Good, Ace Easter. Ace Easter has brought Anderson all the way back, at least just outside of double-digit deficit range at 43-32 when the timeout called and asked for by Devin Carter. Just a reminder for you, coming up January 27th, the Pioneers will be playing here at home. That'll be known as Legends Night. As Tusculum entertains Catawba, we will retire two of the most outstanding basketball talents the school has ever seen. The both leading scorers of the men's and women's side. Ralph Horn will have his number 32 retired, and Susan Starnes-Brown will have her number 42 retired, and that'll be coming up this Saturday, January 27th, as Tusculum entertains Catawba. Join us for Legends Night. Two well-deserved honors. Long overdue. 43-32. Tusculum leading, but Anderson's Ace Easter has brought him back without Alexis Dillard on the bench with foul trouble. For those of you who have been watching, frustrated that you couldn't hear anything, sorry, who didn't know what was going on. All right, so Kerprick apparently comes up with the block that Cupidon did not just moments ago when Easter went to the free throw line. So it's got to be the same call. There's got to be some consistency. Easter has been very consistent. Her three this time clanks off the shot clock, and so it turns it back over to Tusculum. Coach Barbary, his team, they didn't panic. Dillard, who picked up her second foul, went down. Tusculum opened up a 21-point lead. They have hit 6 3-pointers. Anderson has hit 4, so we're nearly even there. And Ace Easter has come off the bench and already has electrified the offense here in the second with 11 points. Long has 12. Wilson and Johnson each with 10. Duke, who is in foul trouble, on the bench. Long on the drive. Kicks it out to Wilson. Extra pass to Johnson. Left block, Patton. Long, Wilson. In the corner, it's tipped. Cupidon backs it out. Wilson, right wing three. Bang. It's a very good defense. 55.9 points a game allowed by Anderson. And Tusculum starting to find their groove offensively as Long forces another turnover, the 7th on Anderson in the game. Anderson is a good team handling pressure, 15.9 turnovers a game. So 15 seconds to play in the half. Tusculum leading by 14. They've used the 3 ball to gain a lead, and good defense as well. Johnson will skip it against this 2-3 zone. Wilson attacks right to the rim. Missed the layup again. Another missed layup by Tusculum, and that is the only thing that you could say negative about this team here in this first half, because it's an impressive first half against one of the queens of the South Atlantic Conference over the last 5 years, the Anderson Trojans. Halftime is coming up. Chat with Pioneer coach Nick Pasqua. That's when we continue with more basketball after this. At halftime, it's Tusculum 46. It's Anderson 32. Pioneer basketball continues here on the Pioneer Sports Network.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingalls for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer. It really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingalls is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County, you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingalls really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingalls story.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, one team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
with the voice of the Pioneers, Ryan Staten.
And we welcome you back into Pioneer Arena. Let's take a look at your first half stats. Tusculum leading 46-32 here at the half. And Tusculum shot the ball great in that first half. They jumped out, well, they trailed 2-0, went on a 16-0 run, led by 21 at 32-11. And then Anderson started to respond, outscored Tusculum in the second, 21-17. Tusculum shoots 18 of 35, 52%, 7 of 9 from 3, and 3 of 3 at the free throw line. Anderson shoots 12 of 29, 41%, 4 of 11 from 3, and 4 of 4 at the free throw line. Out rebounding Tusculum 19-15. Tusculum had 9 assists, 1 turnover, 0 blocks, 2 steals. Anderson 7 assists, 7 turnovers, a block, and 0 steals. For Tusculum, Sydney Wilson 13 with 3 of 4 from 3. 12 points for Mia Long, 10 points for Casey Johnson, 3 for Yolisma Cupidon with 3 assists. 2.7 rebounds, Martoria Patton. 2 points for Jayla Arnwine. In 6 minutes, Kendrea Duke had 4 points, 2 boards, and also 2 fouls. For Anderson, they get 11 points out of Ace Easter off the bench, all in the second. 4 points, 6 rebounds out of Taylor Hare, 4 points out of Alexis Tate, 2 points out of Kaylee Kirprick, and all those players off the bench. The starters, Martin did not score. 2 points for Alexis Dillard in 8 minutes with 2 fouls. Casey Ketchum did not score. 2 points for Alexi Molenauer and 7 points for Madison Baggett. The starters for Anderson. Tusculum outscored Anderson 20-16 in the paint, but Anderson's bench outscored Tusculum 21-6. We have played a half, and Catawba leads Newberry 30-28. Lenore Ryan defeats Queens earlier 65-64, and it was Queens men in the first half. They lead by 6 over LR 17-11. Well, second half action is on the way next. Stay with us. Here at halftime, it's Tusculum 46, Anderson 32. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Of the Pioneers, Ryan.
And we welcome you back into Pioneer Arena as we get set to start the second half. Tusculum celebrating their 20th anniversary yesterday of this building when they opened up the building and played this team, Anderson, and won it 55-48. We're almost there at halftime, 46-32. Tusculum with the ball to start the second half against an Anderson 2-3 zone. Brian Staten courtside, game station engineers Jeff Moore. Long has the ball knocked away. Wilson goes to the floor to try to steal it back and will commit the foul. Just 18 seconds, so Wilson will pick up her first, team's first. If I have that right, I may not. Anderson scratched and clawed their way back in the second, outscored Tusculum 21-17 with Dillard on the bench. Dillard is out there to start the second. The starting 5 out there: Ketchum, Martin, Molenauer, Baggett, Dillard. Baggett working against Long, knocked it away, nearly stole it, but a 10-second violation. Mia Long forced it anyway. What a player. Averaging 13.6, 3 steals a game over her last 10 games. Second in the conference with 2.7 steals per game. That's top 40 in the country. Tusculum basketball. Wilson against this 2-3 zone. Long looks to penetrate. Will on Dillard, put it up and in. Dillard kind of waited. 48-32, Tusculum, Mia Long. On the inbound, this will be Dillard. Dillard Patton backing off. Long coming to get Dillard, and Dillard will stop and give it up to Baggett. Dillard, of course, who missed most of last year, played 3 games, suffered a season-ending injury, graduated, playing her final season, leading this team at just under 12 a game. Will be a double-double player before it's all over with this season. Dillard right around Patton, put it in. The same explosiveness she showed in the first could not in the second because she was sitting down with the 2 fouls. It's 48-34. Across the stripe in the front court, Mia Long against this 2-3 zone. Tusculum opened up to a 32-11 lead, just exploding. Shot over 70%. And a lot of that was in the paint. Anderson trying not to give that up. Now it's an inside-outside game, and it's a 3-ball by Cupidon that went in the first that does not here in the second. Dillard takes it into the front court herself, hands it off to Mollenauer. Mollenauer on the dribble, watched by Cupidon. Hands it off to Baggett. Switch. Now a handoff. This will be Ketchum. Ketchum on the right side. Mollenauer fakes the 3. They kick it back over in the corner to Ketchum for 3. That one's no good. Weak side rebound. Martin will tip this one out of bounds, jumping over Johnson to knock it away from her, and it will be Pioneer basketball. Tusculum leading 48-34. Mia Long will bring it across the stripe for Tusculum. Long, left side to Cupidon. In the corner is Patton. It's basically 5-out offense right now for Tusculum. Wilson a 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Cupidon, soaring over Baggett. Long, Cupidon. Bounces it back to Long. She drives on Dillard. It's blocked by Martin. Martin with the block, and she comes up with the loose ball herself. She'll take it into the front court, backs it off to Mollenauer. Mollenauer to Baggett. Baggett between the rings, watched by Long. Timing it out, Wilson with the steal, and stepping out of bounds was Wilson. Just could not stay in play, and we've seen a lot of that. We've seen a lot of Tusculum with near steals tonight. They should have more than they do. On the inbound, Mollenauer gives it up to Baggett as we go under 7 to play here in the third. Baggett, watched by Long. Martin inside to Dillard, spinning on Patton. Her shot short. Rebound taken by Patton, who gives it up into the hands of Long. Good defense by Torrey. Across the stripe will be Mia Long. Just does get it across the line in time. Right side to Cupidon. Long, baseline Johnson. Johnson dribbling in the paint, put it off the glass, wildly missed. Rebound taken away by Dillard. Baggett with the basketball. We have slowed to a snail's pace in offense to start the third. Dillard from the foul line is short. Rebound by Cupidon. Long pass up ahead. Patton drives and scores. Good vision by Cupidon. Dillard on the inbound. 50-34 Tusculum. Across the stripe will be Baggett. Watched by Long. Baggett drives, and she dribbles it off of Long's shoe out of bounds. And it will bring Kendrea Duke into the game for Tusculum. Patton will exit. So Duke is out there. Just, 6-8 minutes in that first because of foul trouble. Dillard on the drive. Missed it short. Rebounded by Cupidon. Into the hands of Long. Long runs it across the stripe. Into the front court to Wilson. Catch. Drive, and no, couldn't finish. Offensive rebound, and the putback by Duke. Dillard in the backcourt. Tusculum leads 52-34. Dillard's pass stolen by Wilson. Again, just stepped out of bounds. Could not save it. Kerprick into the game. Martin exits. Mollenauer to inbound. Left side front court for Anderson. Gives it up to Baggett. Baggett, watched by Long. Pass nearly stolen by Wilson, and she didn't see the ball. If she sees the ball, she steals it and scores. She didn't see it, so she runs in and commits her second foul of the game. Second foul this quarter and the second team foul of the quarter. 52-34 Tusculum with the lead. Molenauer inbound. Kerprick hands it off to Molenauer. Knocked away from her. Long has it. Just pick it up. Does. 3-on-2. Cupidon drives on Kerprick and scores. 8 turnovers by Anderson. Tusculum has scored 8 points off those turnovers. Ace Easter, red hot in the first half into the game, had it knocked away by Sydney Wilson. Cupidon will drive around Easter and puts it in. Yolisma Cupidon made that look very easy. 56-34, and a near steal by Mia Long. Wow, I didn't see it. Timeout on the floor. Maybe I can go back and watch the replay. Back right after this, your score. 4:37 to play in the third. It's Tusculum 56, Anderson 34. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus?
What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingalls, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
Sports Network. Pioneers basketball, your home for Tusculum College sports. Once again, the voice of the Pioneers, Ryan Staten.
So Tusculum outscoring Anderson 10-2 to start this third. We'll put Alexis Tate back into the game. She was one of the catalysts in that second. They get it inside to Tate. Tate spinning on Wilson. Shot it short. Rebounded by Duke. Kendrea Duke with the rebound for Tusculum. Dillard is out of the game right now. Hare is in. And Tusculum working their offense man-to-man. Duke, no contest. Hare missed the shot, though, did Duke. Hare just watched her. Duke got the shot away. It wouldn't fall. Into the front court will be Baggett. Steal by Wilson this time. This time she'll take it the route. She'll put it up and in. Sydney Wilson, who missed the layup to end the first half, makes the layup to start here in this second half. 58-34, Tusculum enjoying their largest lead of the night. And here's a whistle for being what? Mia Long's going to be whistled for her second foul. Team foul number 3. I just didn't see it, Mia. I'm sorry. Just play solid. These guys have seen a lot of things tonight no one else on earth has. And this will be Tusculum ball as Baggett lost it. Jayla Arnwine forces the turnover as she just checks into the game. Well, even when Tusculum with Jasmine Gunn and company, Jasmine Parker, and all of that wonderful talent that Tusculum accumulated through Missy Tiber and Coach Adele Harris, Anderson was always a tough game, always. Anderson had won 11 straight prior to last year's home win when Tusculum kind of shocked the world. Let's just be honest. 6 wins on the year for Tusculum, and 1 came against Anderson. Are you kidding me? Tusculum's Duke in the lane is good. I mean, when you think about the makeup of Anderson and what they have done, Coach, what they have, he leaves. He goes to NCAA Power Drury. Did they get a timeout? No, they didn't. It was just a sub. I think the ball went out of bounds off Tusculum. Then you get Jimmy Garrity that comes in. He goes on to Wofford. It just shows you. They come in, they bring in talent, and they win. Anderson makes a run in the NCAA tournament last year if Dillard is healthy with that team that they had. But she's not. and they just made the tournament. You know, they're a different team with Dillard last year. This is the type of team Anderson has had over the last 5 years. Let's be honest, about the last 6 or 7 years. But Anderson trails here to Tusculum 60-34. And they're going to get a foul on Sidney Wilson. You cannot breathe on somebody tonight. If you cough, it's going to be a foul. And it's that way, and I can't even say it's really been consistent, but 2 touch fouls on Dillard in the first were terrible. Duke's had a couple. I don't know. It hasn't been good. And what's justice? An 88% free throw shooter missing 2. I just don't see how that foul on Wilson was even close to a foul. Already in the double bonus, or the bonus, I should say, for Anderson. They haven't committed a foul here in the second half because they've played clean. Johnson's shot is blocked, gets it back, 8 to shoot. Cupidon drives on Kirprick and rolls. It's all Tusculum. Tusculum has only allowed Anderson 2 points. Are they going to force another turnover? They are. With 2:06 to play, and a timeout's going to be asked for by Anderson. We'll take it as well. Back in 1 minute. 2:06 remaining in the third. It's Tusculum 62, Anderson 34. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, 1 team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
So Tusculum will inbound after they force yet another turnover, the 13th of the game. They are outscoring Anderson here in the third, 16-2. It's their second 16-2 run. Well, really a 16-0 run in the first. But it's a 16-2 run here in this third. Duke turns, misses, rebounded by Hare. Good box out by Taylor Hare, the 6-foot freshman out of Orlando. Into the game for the first time, Jasmine Raynor. And a whistle as Cupidon does probably commit a foul. Gambling. Cupidon picks up her second. They're shooting free throws. Alexis Tate will go there. Tate, this is her first free throws of the year. At the free throw line. Yeah, first attempts all year. And missed the first. Tori Patton back in for Duke. Tusculum's getting 15 out of Wilson, 14 out of Long, 10 points from Johnson, 9 from Cupidon, 8 points out of Duke. Tate at the free throw line second is no good. Rebounded by KJ. Tusculum basketball. Anderson has 2 points in the third. And they lead Tusculum 62-34. It's their largest lead of the night. Left side. Cupidon in the lane. A little runner is good. Yolisma Cupidon with the little teardrop. A 30-point lead for Tusculum. Long pass into the front court. Raynor runs it down, drives on Patton, and makes the layup to end the long drought. And a drought indeed it is. So across the stripe into the front court. This will be Jayla Arnwine. Cupidon. Johnson, right side, Locklear. Arnwine, Locklear. Johnson fakes the three. Dribbles around traffic. Locklear on the right wing. Gets around Johnson. Down the lane, and a lot of contact. No call. We say play on, even though we're doing touch fouls in around the perimeter. Raynor had it knocked away, got it back, then throws it back out to the top to Tate. Behind the back, on the dribble, into the lane. Oh, great look to Hare, who lays it in. I thought Tate has been one of the better players for Anderson tonight. She's seen the floor well. 64-38, Tusculum. 20 seconds to play in the third. A lot of time left in this game. Arnwine, difference of about a second and a half, game clock and shot clock. Arnwine, the freshman out of Bearden High School in Knoxville. Worked over by Tate. Here's Locklear. Had it knocked away by Raynor. 3 to shoot. Gets a bad shot. And throws it on the backside of the backboard with 1.6 to play. Did not get a good look. Long pass. Locklear will run it down. And a traveling violation on Locklear. Just mentally gives up an opportunity here for Anderson right at the end of the third. On the inbound, Anderson. They'll lob it. Kerprick, no. And that will be the end of three. At the end of the third, it's all Tusculum. Tusculum 64, Anderson 38. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, one team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
Once again, the voice of the Pioneers, Ryan Staten.
And we welcome you back into Pioneer Arena. Tusculum leading at 64-38. They outscored Anderson 18-6 in the third. Tusculum will have the ball to start the fourth, shooting 27 of 53 from the field at 51% rounding up. Anderson went 3 of 8 in the third. They turned it over a few times, about 5. Wilson drives around in the lane, off the glass, banks it in straight away. Anderson has only attempted 37 shots in the game. Other scores, they're in the fourth. Newberry leads Catawba 50-44. They turned that game around. They were down at the half. Catawba ahead of Tusculum in the standings in the league. Jumper here that's no good. Offensive rebound. Hare put back is good. Jason Barbary has not seen what he's needed to see out of his starters. And this second unit for Anderson has played very well. Baggett, Molenauer, Dillard, Ketchum. Nothing has been there for them. Wilson is blocked by Hare. Easter into the front court for Anderson. Long was knocked to the floor moments ago on that offensive set. Not sure what happened. Screen, Raynor driving, runs into a Patton. Kick out three, ball is good and knocked down by Tate. Again, I thought Tate has been one of the better players. 7 points for Tate. Taylor Hare, 6 points and 9 rebounds in the game. Cupidon on the right wing. Drives it on Easter. And one. they're going to say on the floor. It looked like he was counting the bucket, Gary Roberts. He says no bucket. And the foul goes on Easter. That's just the first foul of the entire second half against Anderson, because they played a perfect third, or you could say they didn't, because they were outscored 18-6. And Tusculum committed 5 fouls in the third, or really 6. Johnson on the inbound, driving at baseline. Her runner is no good, and the rebound taken by Patton, who throws it out to Wilson. And Tusculum resets in the half court. 15 for Wilson, 14 for Long, 11 for Cupidon. Long right to the rim and in. Easter with 11. All of that came in the second quarter. There it is. Tusculum leads 68-42. Anderson allowing 55.9 points a game. That's what they allow. Tusculum had that 3 minutes into the second half, and Anderson will turn it over. Baggett will check into the game, or back in. Remember the all-freshman team, 23 starts last year. Non-factor today. Easter with 11 leads the team. Ace had 20 points. What was that? Say, just a few games ago against Southern Wesleyan. Across the stripe, Mia Long. Kendrea Duke working on Hare in the paint and in. Kendrea Duke, they really wanting to see the Duke-Dillard showdown tonight, and it never materialized. Kirprick stolen by Wilson, who read it beautifully. Has Baggett to beat, bounces it to Long, who finishes. Near steal by Wilson again, as Tusculum just throwing their bodies at the ball. 72-42, Tusculum by 30. Anderson front court. Raynor, she'll try a three. Up in the air, rims off twice. Rebounded by Wilson of Tusculum. Largest win in this series, 35-point game, Tusculum, 1997. It was the game before they opened up the new Pioneer Arena, and it was at Old Pioneer Gym. Right side front court, Mia Long, down the lane. Can't get the roll. Rebound tipped out by Cupidon, saved by Duke, who gets it to Johnson. Just right on the edge of the tape before she went out of bounds. Saved that ball as Cupidon kept it alive for Tusculum. Effort. All effort. Cupidon, Duke. Left side, Wilson. Duke. Spinning, shooting, and it's blocked by Hare. Or no, it's not blocked by Hare. It was just shot off the side of the backboard. She's the hottest player in the planet right now, and she shoots it off the side of the backboard out of bounds. Like that wasn't blocked? Okay, she just shot it off the side of the backboard from 2 feet away. And Duke commits a foul. Dillard back in. Duke picks up her third, first on Tusculum in the fourth. On the inbound, Tusculum with pressure. Long pass, Raynor into the front court. Layup attempt, missed. Got it back, shot it, missed it. Rebound loose. Dillard had it, knocked away. Raynor saves it for Anderson, and she'll back it out. 5.5 in the fourth. Tusculum by 30. And Casey Johnson's going to be whistled for a foul here. It'll be her second, team second. Each of the last 3 games have been decided by double digits. Anderson winning 20 by 20 and by 21. Tusculum winning by 14 their last meeting, ending 11 straight losses to Anderson. Kirprick after a missed shot. No. Dillard, offensive rebound, and shoots it right into Duke's face. Long with it into the front court. I think she may have lost it on the exchange going up. Long, oh, what a crossover. Kicks it out into the corner to Locklear, can't hang on to it, and that'll be a timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout and return right after this. 4:54 left. Tusculum 72, Anderson 42. Pioneer basketball continues after this on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus?
What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingalls, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
Home for Tusculum College Sports. Once again, the voice of the Pioneers, Ryan Staten.
72-42, 4:54 to play. Tusculum. Unbelievable. All right, so what do we have? Tusculum with the defensively. Driving Baggett, missing. Rebound by Cupidon. Oh, she's played solid. Yulisma 11 points. That's her fourth board. 18 for Mia Long with 2 assists, 3 steals. 9 steals in the game for Tusculum. They went through the first quarter with just 1. Patton out there with Long, Locklear, Johnson, and Cupidon. I'm not sure Johnson has even sat down in the game. 5 to shoot. Long, Cupidon, baseline 3, no. Johnson had the rebound and does control the rebound, and the Pioneers have it. They'll back it out as the clock should go under 4 minutes to play on this possession. Long gets around Tate. Outside, Locklear, 15 to shoot, and right at 4 minutes to play. Locklear picks up the dribble. Here's Long. Gets by Tate, takes it to the rim, draws a foul. Tusculum had just 2 steals in the first half, and the guy who blew the whistle is like, what was the number? What was the number? They're going to call Dillard for third and the team second. It's just like, they're going to blow the whistle. I think all 3 of her fouls, susceptible. They're questionable, suspect. Long free throw is no good. Michaela Green will check in. Easter will exit. Wilson back in. Again, without Callie Patterson tonight, we didn't have Sutton tonight. The concussion she suffered. Should have Sutton back. The question mark is Patterson, because the injury is somewhat odd. She went down and asked for a boot, and she's wearing a boot. We're not sure why. Baggett had it knocked away by Long. Regathers the basketball. Gives it to Green, who will take a jumper. Is good off the dribble. Tusculum had their largest lead of 31. 73-44 now. Cross the stripe into the front court. Bounce past Patton. Dillard laying off. Torrey can shoot that. Long dribbling around Tate. And then Baggett nearly steals it. Here's Wilson at the top. Drives it and had it stolen by Tate. Tate stops, starts again, gives it up to Kirkbrick, who finishes. Man, I tell you, Tate has played well. Really has played well. Tate, best game this year, 7 points twice. And a timeout's going to be asked for by Devin Carter. Just to settle things down a little bit. Tate with 6 points tonight, 2 assists, and just about 11, 12 minutes now. Now 3 assists. The Tusculum Pioneers will celebrate Pack the Arena night, February 7th, as Tusculum will welcome Mars Hill to Pioneer Arena. Students of the Greenville and Greene County school systems will receive free admission as we try to pack the arena February 7th. The PSAC will be there to raffle off this brilliant large screen television. Pay for that, put in the raffle. We'll draw on February 7th, I believe. And then we're going to send proceeds to the Make-A-Wish Foundation from this raffle. 50-inch HD TV. It's brilliant. Come check it out. Pay money, get a ticket, and then be here February 7th. Pack the arena. Locklear on the drive would tend to shoot. She'll run into a wall. And because we have blown the whistle all night, you had to blow the whistle there. Alexis, I do not believe that was necessarily a foul, but you see the look all over her face. She's frustrated. It's been that type of a night here tonight for Anderson. No question, one of the more, well, you would have to say intense players in the league. Yes, there's Mashenko. We just saw what Meg Essex brings for Newberry, but Dillard is that grit, offense and defense, that toughness that this team needs, that missed last year, or they make a deep run. 1 of 2 at the stripe. Anderson basketball. Green backs it out to Tate. Tate, no. Baggett with the rebound. Green, dribble drive in the lane. Step around Patton, missed it. And Dillard crashing the boards, knocked it out of play. Pioneer basketball with 2:24 to play. Williams will check in as Johnson gets the breather. Jazz, as every time she's on the floor, is a block shot waiting to happen. So it will be Arnwine with Locklear, Williams, Patton, and Wilson on the floor for the Pioneers. Here is Williams. She can make that three if you leave her that open, but too much time on. Well, Wilson will take one. That one's no good. Tusculum really did the job on the three-point stripe in the first half, where they hit 7 for 9. They have not made one here in the second. And Tate, she makes her, well, that's a career best for her. That's 10 points now for Taters at 9. Check it, it's 9. A new career best for Tate. A minute 45 to play. Williams. And Arnwine is tripped to the floor, and the foul is going to go against Raynor. That'll be her first. Let's see it. Minute 35 to play. Badagel is checked in for Tusculum. Good shooter is Badagel. Wilson. 90 seconds left in the game. Locklear gets a Williams screen. Arnwine, she'll take a three. Nope. Tusculum hasn't hit a three here in the second half. They hit 7 in the first half. They haven't taken many in the second half. Tate. Kerprick on Locklear, banks it in. And Devin Carter going to call another timeout. I don't know if this has anything to do with the 11-game winning streak where Anderson won by margins of 18, 19, 23, 16, 18, 20, 21. I don't know if it has anything to do with that at all. It does not. Denise Dalcaron has checked in for Tusculum. That's why Devin was calling that timeout, just for a substitution. 60 seconds left. This one will make Tusculum feel really good. In the paint, Badagel is blocked. Kerprick has played well. Hare has played well. Tate has played well for Anderson. You know, Tusculum in the early part of the series enjoyed a lot of success, but they were only winning by 1 point twice. They won by 7. The last time Tusculum won prior to last year was 2012. They beat Anderson at Anderson 72-71. Then that started a string of 11 straight wins for Anderson. And now Tusculum is going to win their second consecutive for only the second time in the series. Dalcaron missing, Badagel rebounding, and they'll back it out. And they won't take another shot as Wilson will hang on to it. Great team effort, total effort tonight by this Pioneer team. Fantastic. Pioneers knock off Anderson, demoralizing them in the third by outscoring them at one point. 18-2. They ended outscoring Anderson 18-6 in the third when they had built their 30-point lead. They go on to win it easily over the Anderson Trojans, 74-51. We'll return with your Pioneer postgame, your in-between game coverage, and get ready for Game 2. That's all when we continue with more after this. Your final, Tusculum 74, Anderson 51. You've been listening to Pioneer Basketball. Now stay tuned for your Pioneer postgame report on the Pioneer Sports Network.